Nebraska Public Media Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is at Werner Park in Omaha for the 2024 NSAA Baseball Championships. We will crown 3 champions today, and we start in Class C as the defending champion Clippers take on number 6 seed Mount Michael Knights. And hello again, everyone, and welcome inside, along with former Nebraska standout and Major Leaguer Brian Dunsing, and just a former Nebraska standout at the end, Jeff Lisey. Good to have you with us. I'm Larry Putney as we get set for NSAA baseball. And we'll kick it off with Malcolm taking on Mount Michael. Should be a good one, Jeff.
I'm excited. State championship baseball all day today, kicking off with 2 good teams. Important for both teams to try and get an early lead in this game.
Yeah, both guys have pitching issues. Malcolm's got their stud on the mound, Maddox Meyer. He threw a complete game last year in state championship, so he's familiar with the situation. And Mount Michael's kind of trying to piece things together. They went through all their arms to get here, and it'll be interesting.
Let's take a look at the 2 teams. It's Malcolm and Mount Michael battling for the title. This is what will happen in Class C. Later today in Class B, it's Gretna East taking on Norris, and we'll close it out tonight with a rematch in Class A between Millard West and Lincoln East. The Spartans, the defending state champs. Mount Michael, not too far from here in Elkhorn. The Clippers made the quick trip from just south of Lincoln to get here to Werner Park. Let's take a look at the top of the bracket where Malcolm was. They beat Wayne in the opening round and Central City Centura twice to get here into this championship. And in the bottom half of the bracket, Mount Michael, the only team in the finals that had to come out of the losers bracket. They dropped the opener to Lincoln Christian and then beat Lincoln Christian in back-to-back games to make it here to the finals. Time now to go to Heath Kramer, our public address announcer.
Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Werner Park and the 2024 NSAA Class C State Baseball Championships. The Nebraska School Activities Association congratulates Mount Michael Benedictine High School and Malcolm High School on their athletic excellence and sportsmanship, and we welcome the teams, their coaches, students, and families to the 2024 NSAA State Baseball Championships. The NSAA is proud to recognize its premier corporate partners, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, and Ortho Nebraska. Baseball fans, if you are able, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Performing the anthem today is the Wayne High School duet featuring Nora Armstrong and Olivia Hansen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's Championship Friday. This Class C championship game features the number 6 seed with a record of 14-12, the Knights of Mount Michael Benedictine, and the number 1 seed with a record of 22-3, the Clippers of Malcolm High School. It's time for today's University of Nebraska system introduction of the players and coaches and starting lineups. The University of Nebraska system, the official starting lineup partner of the Nebraska School Activities Association. First, the players and coaches for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Mount Michael Benedictine Knights. Leading off and playing center field, number 3, Nathan Bluves. Hitting second, the shortstop, number 2, Barrett Sikora. Batting third and playing second base, number 7, Ricky Kamichak. In the cleanup spot, playing third base, number 22, Rocco Zimmerman. Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 17, Ashton Schroeder. Hitting sixth, the designated hitter, number 15, Aiden Earl. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 13, Henry Stanek. Hitting eighth and playing left field, number 4, Thadden Weewill. Batting ninth, the first baseman, number 16, Jack Stanek. And catching today for the Knights, number 20, Daniel Collins. The non-starters, number 1, Zach Sal. Number 5, Preston Petrosky. Number 6, Kyle Oldeheft. Number 8, J.J. Stiles. Number 9, Jackson Teeter. Number 10, Noah Seward. Number 11, Dominic Beninado. Number 12, Matt Adam. Number 14, Harry Vondrak. Number 18, Alex Poole. Number 21, Andrew Gates. And number 24, Xavier Zimmerman. The assistant coaches for Mount Michael, Zach Verko, Xavier Kavanaugh, Michael Bonhoff, and Corey Beyer. And the head coach for the Knights is Tom Swanson. Now let's meet the players and coaches from the home team on the scoreboard, the Malcolm Clippers. Leading off and pitching, number 11, Maddox Meyer. Hitting second and playing center field, number 2, Logan McGreer. Batting third and playing third base, number 5, Mason Wisniewski. In the cleanup spot, the catcher, number 44, Luke Schmidt. Batting fifth and playing second base, number 7, Carson Frank. Hitting sixth, the first baseman, number 25, Garrett England. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 20, Justin Wisniewski. Hitting eighth and playing second base, number 8, Chase Smith. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 3, Brixton Meyer. And playing left field for the Clippers, number 15, Noah Gagne. The non-starters, 0, Tristan Bailey. Number 4, Preston Kutra. Number 10, Mason Zegar. Number 12, Owen Little. Number 13, Caden Robotham. Number 17, Cole Tiedemann. Number 22, Nolan Duzick. Number 24, Gavin Little. Number 26, Miles McGill. Number 27, Christopher Burbach. Number 32, Eli Kincaid. And number 41, Austin Sykes. The assistant coaches for the Clippers are Sean Meyer, David Duzick, Bo Sackett, Zach Johnson, and Brenton Davis. The head coach for Malcolm is Zach Wayner. The umpires for today's game: at third base, Bo Vergitz; at second base, Curtis Carlson; at first base, Kevin Marr; and calling the balls and strikes today is Chris Giannunzio. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our ceremonial first pitch. Coming to the mound is Johnny Dorn, a graduate of Grand Island High School. Dorn was one of the state's premier players. He was the Nebraska Gatorade Player of the Year as a senior when he went 9-1 on the mound with a 1.15 ERA while batting .480 and helping the 26-6 Islanders reach the state tournament. During an American Legion game, he belted 3 grand slams in a doubleheader, and he was featured in Sports Illustrated's Faces in the Crowd. He also lettered 3 times in basketball, helping Grand Island win the Class A title in 2002. Dorn went on to play baseball for Nebraska, where he went 12-2 as a freshman. He posted a super regional win over Miami in 2005 as the Huskers made their 3rd trip to the College World Series. He went 25-9 in his final 3 seasons at Nebraska and finished his career at 37-11. All right, Johnny, we're ready to see you fire in another strike. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Dorn.
How about that? Johnny Dorn throwing out the first pitch here before the Class C state championship.
So we got to get that some run, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We were saying so not a great first pitch. Hey, we're gonna have you break that one down later, Brian.
Okay.
Wow. Throwing him under the bus already. We'll be back. Class C championship on the way from here in Omaha.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
What do you think about going to college?
I'm kind of scared.
I feel nervous a little bit. That's kind of a tough one. I'm not really sure yet.
I'm excited for college.
How are you going to pay for it?
To be honest, I don't really know.
That's actually a really good question.
So what if you had a friend you could ask?
At Teammates, our mission is to positively impact the world by inspiring students to reach their full potential through mentoring. Since 1991, Teammates has served more than 47,000 students across the Midwest. Today, we have a growing list of students waiting to be mentored. Mentors come from all walks of life. To be a mentor, all you have to do is be there. Find more information about how to become a mentor at teammates.org.
Coverage of the NSAA Baseball Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, Nebraska Public Power District, and Teammates Mentoring Program. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. There's Johnny Dorn throwing out the first pitch. Whoop.
That's not good. That's not good, Dorn. You're better than that.
And that was from the grass, right? That
Yeah.
wasn't even, he wasn't towing the rubber.
No, it's the grass probably got a little dew or something. His back foot came up way too early. He was way out front.
Yeah, it's good analysis.
His arm couldn't catch up, so that's why he sailed arms that high.
So whether people know or not, so I'm actually going to be throwing out the first pitch for the second game. You're throwing it out for the third game. I was nervous, saying I'm in the middle of a Dunsing-Dorn sandwich, right?
Yep.
Not a good place to be.
Depends on
But after that, I feel good.
I mean,
got my confidence.
Yeah.
Here's the batting order. Bluebus will lead it off. Sikora hitting second. You see the rest of the batting order for the Mount Michael Knights. They come in with a record of 15-12-1. It's a team that, after losing the opening game here down at state, they were 11-11. At one point in the season, they were 1-6. But they've been much better as of late. Take a look at the defense. Gagne will be in left. Greer is in center. Meyer is in right. Wisniewski's at third base. Frank's at short. Smith and England round out the infielders. Schmidt behind the plate. And Maddox Meyer. He can deal. He'll be on the hill for the Clippers. There's a look at Maddox Meyer.
He's got good stuff. He's going to be upper 80s, hit 90. I think he hit 90 at least, 14 times in game one. He's got a slider, curveball, sinker, changeup. Last year's state championship game, he had 3 pitches. And talking with coaches at Malcolm, he's picked up the sinker and now a changeup as well. And just watching him warm up, that slider was sharp. I think Mount Michael's got a good challenge ahead of him.
Good challenge, and it's tough from a hitting perspective. You're facing a guy like this, and you say you don't want to get behind in counts, right? And you got to be working ahead in counts. But so you want to be aggressive. But on the flip side, important to get a pitch count up, right? You talked about he threw on Monday, right? So a little bit of a shorter rest between starts. So important for Mount Michael. If they can chase him in this game, I think they have a chance.
I would agree. I think that has to be their goal. As a pitcher though too, like sometimes you want aggressive teams because if you can just hit, everything's great and you just kind of get in that rhythm and cruise. But if you can't find it, and they're also taking pitches on top of that as well, that's when you start to struggle. That's when your brain the game starts going fast on you, and that's not what we're looking for.
Blue is at the plate, hitting .306 on the year, swings through that to even the count of 2-2. He's gone straight fastball so far. It's foul straight back. Junior center fielder for the Knights. A little off speed there, left it up a bit, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Nathan Bluvis.
If you're Meyer right now, I think it's just nothing but a fastball here. Let's not get crazy early. Just challenge him.
And hit by pitch. So Bluvis is aboard with nobody out to lead off this game.
Yeah, that's the at-bat Mount Michael needed, right, from the leadoff guy. We talked about it. Important for them. Want to drive the pitch count up a little bit, but Mount Michael is a definite underdog in this game, right? So important for them to try and get some runs, get some production, try and get ahead and play from ahead in the game. So you get the leadoff guy on and a full count hit by pitch. That's the start you want if you're a Mount Michael fan.
Good lead over there, aggressive lead by Bluvis at first. He's checked by Maddox.
I'll be interested to see what the rest of these Mount Michael hitters do. If you watch that replay, the leadoff guy, he was on the white line in that full count pitch when he got hit.
Barrett Sikora at the plate, facing Meyer Maddox. Sikora hitting .305 on the year, 7 doubles and a homer.
And you look at this Mount Michael team, things started to turn for them this year when they got Bluvis back, right? He had a broken hand to start the year, comes back about 8 games in. Again, things start to turn. So that's the leader that sets the tone at the top of the Mount Michael lineup.
I think Tom Swanson said it was no coincidence. He comes back and we start winning. Just another piece to a solid lineup here for Mount Michael.
You mentioned that stretch when they were 1-6. They never really felt like they were far away, though. A couple small things here and there, and maybe this quote-unquote small thing was getting him back. So that's always, that's got to be a positive. You're Mount Michael, where yeah, you're 1-6, but if you are in every game, then you're 1 pitch away from a difference. And
Brian, I think you'd agree. Your leadoff hitter, that's your most important player on the entire field, entire team, is that leadoff guy, way more than like a pitcher, for example.
Right, yeah. Us pitchers are not that important. The game's played without us either way. So, but as a pitcher, in all honesty, you're taught to get the leader. And if you get the leadoff guy out, it makes the whole inning easier. It's just, obviously the hit by pitch to start us is going to be kind of hurting his pitch count already. We're getting 2-2 count. We had full count last at bat already. And it looks like Mount Michael's trying to put pressure on the bases as well.
Swings through and struck him out. So 1 down with Bluvis on first.
And that's the pitch. As hitters, you got to lay off, right? You see that fastball up in the zone. And for Meyer with the 90-plus mile-an-hour fastball, especially as a high school hitter, that's when you have to lay off. If they're swinging at that pitch all day, Meyer's going to get a lot of punch-outs.
First pitch to Ricky Kmechek.
It's a smart pitch, too, right there. 3-hole hitter, you throw a first pitch slider. More than likely he's going to come out swinging. And he guessed right as a pitcher right there.
I think he threw a first pitch breaker to Sikora as well, didn't he? So, I mean, he started a couple hitters pitching backwards.
And quickly ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Brian, as you mentioned, he pitched to Jim last year in the state championship game, went the distance.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's been there. You know, that helps a lot. I mean, you're still gonna be nervous and excited. You have all the jitters and the energy, but being there and doing it before is to his advantage, obviously. And you know, Mount Michael, this is their first time in program history being here, so these guys will be a different type of energy, different type of excitement and nerves.
No balls, 2 strikes. That's hit sharply over the second baseman Schmidt's head. And rounding second and to third goes Bluvis. So with 1 out, runners at first and third on the single by Ricky.
Yeah, and Bluvis did a nice job base running. I think he wasn't sure. He hesitated a little bit at first base. Wasn't sure if he was going to get it over the second baseman Smith's head. Able to hit it into right field, and Bluvis does a nice job going from first to third.
I didn't know if he was going to go to third. I was watching.
Pause, didn't he?
Yeah, he wasn't picking up the coach right away, and he got the sign late, but he was sending him the whole way.
So Rocco Zimmerman on first pitch takes the high offering and drives in a run, and Mount Michael in the first inning is on the board.
Yeah, this is the exact start Mount Michael needed, right? I mean, you get the leadoff hit by pitch, now a couple of hard hit singles for Mount Michael, and I'll tell you what, we felt like Malcolm was the favorite coming in. This is just a good swing. I think it was a breaking ball.
Did too, yes.
It was up in the zone. Zimmerman does a nice job driving into left field for the RBI single.
That'll bring up Ashton Schroeder. Schroeder with a homer on the year, now with 1 out, runners at first and second as you see Bluvis crossing the plate. Squares and pulls back.
It's really interesting. He's starting with so many hitters with breaking balls. You're throwing 90 plus. I think you got to establish a fastball. It's hard to pitch off your off-speed stuff if that's what you're establishing first and you haven't established the fastball. There's nothing for them to go off of, and it just kind of all of them have just been sitting trying to go middle op.
Well, and sometimes for a high school hitter, right, 90-92 can be pretty tough to catch up to. You throw a slider, you're speeding up the bat.
Speed of the bat, yep.
Rolled out to second. Looking for the double play. Little tag and flip to first, and a nice play at second base by Chase Schmidt to end the inning. But Mount Michael Benedictine gets a run on the board in the first inning. They lead it as we head to the bottom of the first. 1-zip off of the RBI single by Rocco Zimmerman.
Did you know that the #1 reason officials quit is because of verbal abuse from parents and fans? We are losing officials, and we need everyone to respect the ref.
Judges help students to find their voice and become lifelong supporters of the arts. Without these individuals, NSAA activities would not be possible.
I cannot participate in the activities that I love without these officials and judges. So please, let the players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate, and let the judges judge.
These are Nebraska corn farmers. They work in acres, not hours. Over 9 million acres to be exact. Harvesting the energy and climate solutions the world needs. Year after year. Year after year. We are proud to stand with you.
Back here at Warner Park as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Good first for Mount Michael. They put a run on the board. Here's a look at the batting order for the Clippers, and it is a loaded lineup. Maddox Meyer at the top hitting .349. Logan McGreer hitting .446. Wisniewski's over 500 on the year. The top 4 batters in the orders guy all hitting above .350.
That's going to be tough. Ashton Schroeder, he's got a lot of work to do.
No doubt. Here's a look. Weevil in left. Bluvis is in center. Stanik's in right. Zimmerman, Sikora, Kamachek, and Stanik at first are the infield. Collins behind the plate, and there is Ashton Schroeder.
Yep, Schroeder's going to come at you. Doesn't have overpowering stuff compared to Maddox Meyer, but he's going to come at you. He's going to give you everything you got, and he's going to try and keep him off balance with off-speed stuff, go in and out, and see if he can't keep Malcolm off the bases. But luckily for him, his team put up a run in the very first inning, which always helps when you're a pitcher if you have a lead. So I'm guessing he's going to go right at him, attack him, see what happens.
And this is the kind of guy that can be tough to hit against, right? Changing speeds. If he's hitting spots, changing speeds, really difficult on hitters to adjust.
Yep, as you know, like hitting his timing, right? Us pitchers, we're trying to interrupt that timing, and that's what the breaking balls do.
Off the plate for ball one, and also, the Knights are the only team down here at State of the Six that had to play the extra game, so they're a little bit deeper in their bullpen than most of these teams might be.
Very interesting first pitch curveball.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I mean, almost always first pitch fastball, right? If you're trying to land a strike, get ahead, and
what's that tell you?
It's probably how he's going to attack a lot of hitters, my guess, right? So
pitching backward.
I think pitching backward. I think he was worried about the ambush.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, the top 3-4 of these guys can really hit the ball well. The last thing you want to do is serve one up to him right away.
Good cut, 2-2 the count.
You brought up a good point. I don't know if it was Larry or Brian now that said it, but the Mount Michael team is deeper into their bullpen, right? They've played more games, so kind of same philosophy on the Malcolm side. Try and get the pitch count up, right? If they can get to the pen, they're going to be in a good spot.
Change up here. Swings right through it for the first strikeout of the game. So that'll bring up the lefty Logan McGreer. McGreer with the 2 doubles, 3 home runs on the year. He's hitting .446.
And here's the thing. So now that's the second hitter he's faced, obviously, and both of them have been first pitch curveballs. But when you throw that curveball, it's a little bit slower, and you finish the last year with a changeup, like that fastball at 77, 79, looks like it's 90, 91.
Mm-hmm. Ashton Schroeder working fast out there. And ahead in the count, 0-2. Look at this.
Just a good curveball.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Schroeder.
Say BD called that one, right?
Yeah. So far, he's a big lefty. Gotta love lefties. Best athletes out there. Does a good job of getting loaded and collected over the rubber. Driving to the plate.
Might be the only comment you make today that Lizzie won't have a problem with.
I mean, I don't know.
Lefties.
I'll probably say more than that.
No, I think that's probably about it. Larry, you're probably right there.
Yeah. So now, though, here's the thing. He's done it the same now for the third hitter in a row. So if you're Malcolm, who's going to be the first guy to make an adjustment? Who's going to be the first guy to sit on that pitch?
Fastball got him. Got him on the elbow, so Wisniewski draws the 2-out hit by pitch. And a 2-out opportunity here for the Clippers.
Even with 2 outs, that's okay.
Yep.
Oh, did he get him?
Yeah, just on that pad.
Did you wear a pad, Jeff? Did you have all the body armor? Okay.
No, and I don't know if I'm old, Brian. I don't know if pads existed when I played.
Still have wooden bats.
Right.
Your helmets didn't even have the padding in the helmets, did they? They were just a giant plastic bowl.
We didn't even wear helmets back when I played. Black and white television.
Schmidt fouls that straight back. Schmidt hitting .437.
So, Larry, we talked about this last year a little bit. Even when guys are hitting .400, it means they get out 60% of the time, so you want to go right at them. That's what I was taught in college.
Yep.
And that's what he's doing.
That's a little seeing eye through the left side. So Luke Schmidt with the first hit of the game for the Clippers, and now runners at first and second.
Yeah, you can see that pitch is out over the plate. Schmidt gets around it a little bit, but gets enough of it to hit into left field for the base hit.
Cole Tiedemann is in to run. Pinch runner at first. Actually, that would be a courtesy runner for the catcher, not a pinch runner for Luke Schmidt.
So far, Schroeder's been doing a good job. Obviously got 2 outs. A little bit of a jam right here, but if you're also Mount Michael, you want him to get this guy here. You don't want that pitch count to keep getting up any higher than it needs to be.
Throw behind down at second after the big swing by Carson Frank.
Yeah, with him falling across the plate, I mean, that's one that is probably pretty close.
Yep.
I feel like
being batter's interference.
Mm-hmm. There was no contact, but then again, there doesn't have to be contact, right?
So Schroeder now is utilizing his changeup this at bat more than he has the previous 4, which is interesting. Just trying to mix it up like we talked about. He's trying to keep him off balance.
And we've seen Frank take a couple of big cuts right early in the at-bat here. Now, 1-2 count, 2 outs. You got a couple runners on. Important for Frank to shorten up.
Yep. I think a fastball in here would play really well if you're Schroeder. He's taking 2 monster really long hacks and missing changeups. See if you can't get in on those hands.
Or you go change up away.
Right?
Yeah. Or either way. Either way is fine.
But to your point, Brian, I mean, and this is why I love like the chess match, right?
Yeah.
The cat and mouse of baseball. And so he goes change up away. Now this would probably be a good time to go hard in.
You just don't want to overdo it. You don't have to be too fine with it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouls it off with 2 down. It's out of play.
So I think it was a fastball, but he's going out with it.
We get a nice play in the student section there.
Yeah, now Michael pulled it in. And they want the ball back, and they can't find it.
Did he get the ball back?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
come on, man.
Come on. It's high school. You got
that's right. There's a budget. There's a budget.
That's right.
This isn't the Cubs, Brian.
That's fouled off as well. I think you get a what was it, a hat? Watch this.
Cowboy up. How about that?
Hey.
Ew.
Made the grab.
Good day to bring the cowboy hat.
Is that a cowboy hat or a straw hat?
It was a straw hat, yeah.
No, it's a cowboy hat. Nice.
Oh, it was a
Don't question me. They called me the cowboy.
Oh, they did? I forgot that. Oh, it was a straw hat. Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
see?
straw
No,
hat.
you're a straw hat.
Oh.
Do they make cowboy hats out of straw?
Yeah, that's a cowboy hat, I think, right?
I don't know. It's a
straw cowboy hat.
It's a fishing on the beach hat. That's what that is.
That's a straw hat.
Okay.
Full count. 3-2, 2 down. Runners going here.
Took less than an inning for us to go off the rails.
Yes.
Outside, ball 4, and the Clippers now with the bases loaded and 2 out here in the first.
Yeah, and a nice at bat from Carson Frank to be able to draw the walk. That pitch did not miss by much, but nice job drawing the walk, and now all of a sudden they're in business with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
I would really like to have seen him go in one time that at bat. It was easy. I think it's easier to take that pitch when you've seen everything out there the whole time, so you kind of have an idea where it's at. But just change the eye line just a little bit going in, just one time.
Here's Garrett England. He takes first pitch up. It was a good start for Ashton Schroeder. Struck out the first 2 down, and then a hit by pitch single and a walk. And we are now at Garrett England with 2 down and the bases loaded. Called strike.
This is the at bat though. I mean, this This is the at-bat you want if you're Schroeder, left on left. Advantage usually goes to the pitcher, just because you don't see that matchup very often as a left-handed hitter.
Behind 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, a good swing from England. Now he's behind again. Now I would expect the breaking ball, right? 1-2 count.
Yep.
Left on left, but as a pitcher, and this is where it gets interesting too, you want this pitch down if you do go breaking ball, but you got to be careful. You bounce and send one to the backstop here, you give up a run.
That's hit well into left. Ranging over is Wewell, who makes the play. Nice grab. The bases loaded threat is ended on the grab by Thaden Wewell.
Meet the champions of innovation in the heart of Nebraska. They're not just farmers, and they nurture more than just crops, pushing boundaries and turning challenges into opportunities. They trade knowledge and know-how, and their dedication doesn't end at harvest. It's in your every bite and every drive. The future of food, fuel, and fiber, and the future of Nebraska starts right here.
At Teammates, our mission is to positively impact the world by inspiring students to reach their full potential through mentoring. Since 1991, Teammates has served more than 47,000 students across the Midwest. Today, we have a growing list of students waiting to be mentored. Mentors come from all walks of life. To be a mentor, all you have to do is be there. Find more information about how to become a mentor at teammates.org.
Back here in Omaha, Warner Park, here's a statue of Bob Gibson out front. Mount Michael leading it 1-0 as we head to the top of the second. Want to remind you, you can invite friends and family from anywhere to catch up on these NSAA high school championships. Stream live on nebraskapublicmedia.org, or you can download the free Nebraska Public Media app. Watch your favorite Nebraska high school teams and players. The live streaming also available on Apple TV and Chromecast. Download the app at nebraskapublicmedia.org/apps. Good start, good first inning here for the underdog, Mount Michael Knights. They're on top 1-0. Took advantage of the hit by pitch of the first batter, who came around to score. And the RBI single from Rocco Zimmerman. And Aiden Earl leads off the top of the second. Takes for a strike.
Yeah, that was a good breaking ball.
Really good slider.
Really good 0-1 pitch. Going back to that Bob Gibson, you guys ever seen the stats Bob Gibson put up like that year after before they lowered the mound because of him?
I did not know.
It's unbelievable, right? It's like 9 innings, 8 innings, 9 innings, 12 innings, 11 innings, and he had like a 1.3 ERA, and literally every start is. I think his first 2 starts here, he went 7 innings, and then after that it was CG pretty much every time out.
I wonder what that would be like to have that kind of just dominate stuff.
Great statue out front. Fouled straight back.
Mount Michael's been putting together some good at-bats. The velocity's not really phasing him too much yet. Maybe a little bit behind, but.
And like we said, that's important, right? Even if you don't have a lot of runs to show for it, if they can drive the pitch count up and get Meyer out of this game relatively early, I think they have a chance.
They do have. Yeah, I would think that would be. That has to be their game plan.
And for Meyer a little bit, you don't have to strike everybody out, right? Pitching to contact and trying to get some quick outs so he can extend his outing.
Called strike 3, inside corner on the breaking pitch from Meyer.
It's a great pitch. I think he catches the river here.
Like you said, good pitch. I just froze him. Took a little bit of time for the punch-out call, but I think that's strike 3. That's a good call.
Yep. I think it's a good call as well. If you're a pitcher, you want that pitch all day. Now, he didn't hit his spot, which is tough. Kind of backed up on him just a little bit, but that's a really good spot.
Meyer going to UNO, right? They got a good one in Maddox Meyer. And someone that, to me, I feel like small-town kid, still developing, kind of came on late in his high school career. And, I mean, this is a kid that you look 2, 3, 4 years down the road, and he's going to be a really, really good arm in college baseball.
They get him down there and get him on a good weight program, throwing program, kind of harness him in a little bit. Yeah, he's going to be – that's a good find. Good find for UNO.
Coach said it was that complete game in the finals last year that really boosted his confidence. It kind of motivated him a little bit this year to, this is what he wanted to do. He wanted to be a pitcher, worked on it a little hard, developed a couple of other pitches. Now throws 5 different pitches. They say he throws them all.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Shane Comine throwing 5 pitches, right?
Wow.
Yeah. I think he only needed 2, but yeah, he had all 5.
I still remember, so I had a good friend that played at Kansas, and he said the scouting report that they got on Shane was throws 5 pitches, will throw any pitch, any situation, any count, any time.
Thanks.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Fastball, changeup, curve, slider, sinker. Those are the 5. Just off the plate. Draws.
And that'd be the only thing right now for Myers is maybe trying to be a little too fine. Right? And again, you do that, and I always had a few long bats. It just starts to get the pitch count up.
Yep. Yep. I think if you're Malcolm, if you're Malcolm's pitching coach, I think you start. Let's just go sinkers. Let's just try, and I wouldn't even have the catcher set up on corners. I just think thirds, outer third, inner third. Throw some sinkers, something that's going down, and let him put the ball in play. See if you can't get a couple quick outs.
Said he went, called strike 1.
Looked like another breaking ball, and yeah, he definitely went. But again, when you pitch backwards, you throw a lot of early breaking stuff. I think that naturally drives up your pitch count, right? Especially if you're not landing for a strike. But hitters are typically laying off of that, taking that. So just like I said, naturally, that pitch count goes up a little bit higher. I like your suggestion of just throwing the sinker, right?
Yeah,
throw the sinker, stay outer third, inner third.
Yeah, see if you can't get a couple quick outs. Because like you said, yeah, okay, he's 0-2, but now he's 1-2. It's another 3 pitches. I mean, it's gonna get up there in a hurry if you're not careful.
In this situation, right, with a runner on first and 1 out, it's like you throw that sinker and get a ground ball and you roll up a double play. You're out of the inning in 1 pitch.
First base occupied. It is a strikeout. Second strikeout of the game for Meyer.
It's a really good pitch. Looks like a fastball for so long, and the bottom just drops out on it.
So here's Jack Stanek. Ooh, safe. Thought they had him. Half the team was on the way off the field.
He's back. It's close.
It's right. I think it's the right call.
Good call.
He's had a few good pickoff moves over there already.
And it was a nice job by the Malcolm guys trying to sell it, right? And that's part of it, right? And if you act with confidence, like when you're getting into the ballpark, if you just act with confidence and kind of walk in, they'll let you in.
Yeah.
Right?
If you act like you own the place, they will let you in, guaranteed.
I'm going to try that next time I'm at Dodger Stadium.
I'm telling you.
Swing through. Throw down to first. Not in time. Stolen base by Aiden Earl.
Just wear a nice suit. Have your bag. Wave to the security guard. Say, how you doing? Keep going. They're going to let you right in.
I tell you what, I mean, that's a heck of a throw from Schmidt, right? From the knees. And this is why I love high school baseball. You're going to hear me say that. We should get a counter on how many times I say that today. But we're in Class C baseball, small town kid, right? But for a catcher to get a pitch down and go to his knees and just throw a strike to second base from the knees, that's a nice play from Schmidt behind the plate.
I agree. That is a very good throw, but I also like the small towns too, because these kids are, 3-4 sport athletes. They're doing lots of things.
Hit sharply, snagged by Meyer, flipped to first for out number 3. So a couple of strikeouts in the inning, 3 for the game for Meyer. No damage done in the second, but Mount Michael still with the lead as we head to the bottom of the second. Here at Warner Park in Omaha. Nice grab here by Meyer.
Showing off that athleticism on the mound.
Life is full of milestones. Let Wayne State's graduate programs be your next big moment. Whether you work in education, criminal justice, business, public relations, human resources, information technology, or sports and recreation, our programs provide pathways to the next level in your career. Flexible and online, a Wayne State graduate degree helps you write that next big chapter in your life without having to put your life on hold.
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Well, this is what's new in Malcolm. Brand new baseball complex, 3 different fields. Calling it the Field of Dreams. It is now complete, and they said it's busy 20 hours a day. I mean, he said until 11 o'clock the other night there were games going on there, right?
I just love that. The whole community goes out and supports all of their sports. These players here will go help set the field up for like the Little League stuff as part of their jobs, like summer jobs. It's fantastic. I love it.
Saw Zach Wayner, the coach there. The defending state champs. From Malcolm, the Clippers. He just talked about how much pride there is in this program, in that community.
How about Heath Kramer, the announcer for every sport at Malcolm?
Is that right?
That's right.
Wow. How about that?
Yep.
Heath Kramer's getting some work in. He's here today. Goes down swinging, does Justin Wisniewski. 3rd strikeout for Schroeder.
I feel like we should get Heath up here in the booth, maybe replace you for an inning or 2, Larry.
It would certainly be better, yeah.
Low bar.
That's what I try to do, set the bar low so I don't disappoint.
For those that don't know, there's a lot of banter up here today. We've got about 7.5 hours of...
And we're not friends, so...
Lizzy's been up all night writing jokes. He's ready to go.
Who are you trying to kid? I've got a staff that does that for me, Larry.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, nearly backhanded by Sikora. But that'll go underneath the glove and a base hit for Chase Smith. So 1 down, Chase Smith now at first. Down to the 9 hole, here's Brixon Meyer.
And that's a tough play for Sikora at short, right? I mean, even if he comes up with that baseball, I don't know that he throws him out.
Yep.
This is why Malcolm's so good. Is now we're getting to the bottom of the lineup, and like the next 2-3 guys can still run. So like they're their second leadoff, So it's almost like the lineup's already turned back over again. And if you're Schroeder, you just got to keep doing what you did. If you keep getting ground balls and they beat you that way, that's one thing. But you got to avoid the walks, got to avoid the hit by pitch. Let your defense try and make a couple plays, and you can stay in this ball game.
Off speed for strike 1 to Brixon Meyer. Sophomore hitting .370. He's almost like another leadoff hitter. Has speed, can get on base at the bottom of the order.
Maddox Meyer's younger brother, in case anyone was wondering. It's got to be fun for a parent, right? Having both of your kids on the same team, state championship game.
Yeah. Doesn't get too far away from Daniel Collins. Smith holds it first.
The only thing I'm seeing from Schroeder, especially that breaking ball, is it's missing arm side a lot. Which, if you were a mechanical guy, which means he's just getting out front. He's driving to the plate too soon. His arm's dragging a little bit. So you got to be careful of that, because when you do think you throw a good one, if you're still out front, it's going to be belt high, middle. It's going to be hard to get that ball way down in the dirt. And as a hitter, like anything up, breaking ball, like it's so much easier to elevate. So if he can find a way to keep that weight back on that leg just a little bit longer before he comes forward with that, he'll start getting some more bite.
But then he wants to get his release point out front a little bit more, right?
That's correct, yeah. So when he's drifting forward too fast, his arm can't catch up. And so he's releasing, like, I'd just say, like, more towards his head than maybe out in front by his belt, if you will.
So I'm learning something here, because, yeah, like, my instinct is to say, okay, if he's missing that arm side of the breaker, he's got to get out front more. But if he's thinking get out front more, it could actually make the problem worse.
Yes.
Right? So
yes.
He's got to stay back, but then get the arm out front.
Yes. Staying back allows the arm to work and get it out front. As soon as you start going front or going towards the plate, too early, you block everything out. And either your arm's trying to play catch up, and then you throw too early, or that's when you start seeing it sail.
So with 2 down now, back to the top of the order for Maddox Meyer. Good grab by Henry Stanek at first. Two balls, no strikes now to Meyer.
Jeff, as a hitter, when would you start eliminating a pitch from a pitcher?
Well, it depends, and I think every pitcher you're facing is a little bit different. I mean, if I don't fear a pitch, like let's say he's just starting me breaker, but I don't necessarily fear that, I'm fine laying off of it, right, and still kind of sitting on a fastball. Now, if he's got a wipeout slider or something and he's throwing a get-me-over curveball early, and I don't know, then maybe you get a little more aggressive early. I think it's also different, again, different levels. Like my guess as a big league hitter,
it's hit sharply into right, but there, and pulling it in for the out is Stanek. No damage in the second. We head to the third here in the Class C Championship. 1-0 Knights.
Have you heard about FAFSA?
It's like a form you fill out.
Fill it out and you get money for college.
Easiest way to get money for college, hands down.
FAFSA. It's a life hack.
It's your way in.
So you want to help me pay for college? I'm down.
Heck yeah.
Definitely. How is this not trending on all the things?
It took me like 30 minutes to fill out.
So easy.
How much am I gonna get?
This is a hidden gem.
Fill out your FAFSA.
FAFSA.
Drink water, buckle up, fill out your FAFSA.
At Teammates, our mission is to positively impact the world by inspiring students to reach their full potential through mentoring. Since 1991, Teammates has served more than 47,000 students across the Midwest. Today, we have a growing list of students waiting to be mentored. Mentors come from all walks of life. To be a mentor, all you have to do is be there. Find more information about how to become a mentor at teammates.org.
Back here in Omaha, Knights lead it 1-0 as we head to the top of the third in the Class C State Championship game. It was a scary moment a few weeks ago for Malcolm. Look at this, is just outside their field as that tornado ripped through Omaha. Picture taken by the coach, Tom Swanson.
Obviously, all the thoughts and prayers go to those families that were actually hit by that tornado. We were about less than a quarter mile from that thing.
Wow.
So very fortunate for that, for our family. But yeah, we have some of our kids in our school whose friends have lost their homes.
Yeah.
It's sad. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
Luckily, no one died from it, which is amazing.
It is amazing. Especially when you think about all the tornadoes that ripped through the South and several fatalities. To have the size of tornadoes and as many as we had roll through Lincoln, Omaha.
We talked to Coach Swanson a little bit. He said there was a few kids that had maybe some damage, but really the only one that really lost things was Sakura. So obviously thoughts with him and his family as they get resettled.
They said they were just set to move into a new home, right? So fortunately, like again, no injuries, no fatalities, and part of it that you lose when that happens is like all the personal things, right? The sentimental things. So again, hadn't moved in yet, so fortunate for them not to lose any of that stuff. You can rebuild the house, you can't rebuild all the memories and all the sentimental things.
Correct.
They're going to say he went for strike number 2. So now 2-2 the count, top of the order for Nathan Bluvis. Bluvis led off the first, hit by pitch. Swings through that, gets the strikeout. 4th strikeout of the game for Meyer.
If you're Malcolm, that's what you're looking for. Look for your guy to settle in a little bit, get his confidence going. Right there, he's just attacking. Just attack with the fastball.
So here is Barrett Sakura. Struck out back in the first, the shortstop for Mount Michael.
I know you were talking, Brian, about eliminating pitches, right, and how to do that as a hitter. And I felt like, for me personally, like my strength was hitting a fastball.
Okay.
I felt like I was really good at hitting a fastball. I was probably average at best at hitting a curveball, a slider, and below average at hitting a changeup.
Okay.
So for me, like I didn't worry about how you were trying to attack me. I sat fastball personally until I had 2 strikes.
Oh, okay.
And my philosophy as a hitter was I'm going to get a fastball at some point in the at-bat, and when I do, I'm going to win.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's smart. And we talked about the chess match already. Like, half the time as a pitcher, you have an idea of, like, this is how I'm going to go about this hitter or this at-bat. And right after first pitch, you either stick with it or you have to throw out the window because of where you located or what the hitter decided to do that at-bat. And we always taught as pitchers, you pitch to your strength, not your weakness, not the hitter's weakness. So, like, if your weakness was breaking balls, but my strength was like a sinker, I'm still going to attack you with my sinker and make you beat me on my best pitch, as opposed to giving in and maybe giving you not my best stuff.
And then the other piece that I felt like I liked, so let's say you throw me a first pitch breaker and I lay off it. Well, now I've seen it. Yep. So I feel like now you come back with that later in the at-bat, later in the game, and I feel like I had an advantage because I've seen it, I know what it does. So now I've got a little more familiarity with it if you throw it again later.
Kmichek back through the middle. Ranging over from short is Carson Frank in time for the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down in the 3rd. First time that has happened for Meyer this morning. 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd.
Imagine a future fueled by soy-based possibilities. A future where creativity and productivity live together under one roof. A future that takes you from point A to point B to point Z, all while ensuring brighter tomorrows for our next generation. A soy-based future? It's already here.
We come from different places.
To push past anyone standing in our way who say,
You're not good enough.
You can't afford this. We stare down the challenges and we tell them yes.
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 Yes, I can.
We come together with maverick spirit, with hope,
With determination.
with passion.
We build up our community. Somos familia.
Because our community is part of us.
And we are a part of something bigger than ourselves.
We share one goal: to change the course of our lives forever.
Knights lead it here as we head to the bottom of the 3rd, 1-0. Scored that first run back in the first inning. I'll remind you, you can stay connected with us on Facebook and X. Join the conversation. You can leave a comment, get the latest Nebraska sports updates. Don't forget to like Nebraska Public Media Sports and Big Red Wrap-Up while you're at it to be part of our community. I was like, okay, I'll do that right now. Nebraska Public Media.
I think he had you on mute, Larry. I don't know if he heard you.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Ashton Schroeder. Pretty good outing for Ashton so far, guys.
Yeah, he's doing great. They just went 3 up, 3 down, so now this is gonna be a really important inning for him. If he can get through this inning also without, unscathed, or even 1 run's okay. But this is probably the most important inning for him right now.
That's hit well into left. Weevil goes back and reels it in. Good pop off the bat of McGreer. But a line out to left field.
Yeah, that was a really good swing. Left on left, and you can see the pitch away. And McGreer stayed over it, stayed through really good. And Weevil did a nice job tracking that ball down. It's not an easy play. He made it look easy. But from a left-handed hitter, that ball's going to have a little bit of tail towards the third base line. So easy for that ball to get behind it, fielder, and give him problems out there. He tracked it down and made a nice play.
That wind's blown that way also, so it's going to give it a little extra carry. Yeah, he played it really well.
And Brian, like you were saying, it's an important inning for Mount Michael to get off the field. Well, also important inning on the flip side for Malcolm to try and get on the scoreboard, right? The Clippers been chasing 1 since the first inning, and for them to try and tie this thing up or try and take a lead in the bottom of 3 here.
Look at this guy's power guy. 515 batting average, on base percentage above 600, slugging at 852, and that OPS at 1.479 is ridiculous.
And you can tell, just looks country strong, doesn't he? That's like,
yeah.
Big boy, swings a big bat, and I tell you what, yeah, he's had a fantastic season for Malcolm.
High into the air, near the wall, and running hard into the padding is Jack Stanek from first base.
Yeah, it's a heck of an effort. And I tell you what, this is something to get used to for players at this level. You're not used to playing on bigger fields with more foul ground, right? A typical high school field, it's going to be fenced in a little bit closer, so definitely more foul territory for players to go get baseballs.
I'd love to see him throw a changeup right here.
Left one up. So base on balls issued with 1 down to Wisniewski.
Normally the guy hitting 515, I'm okay with that walk, but when your pitch count's getting up there and you already have kind of a short leash, I'd like to see him go at him a little bit better than that. That's all right though. You're 1 pitch away now, and he didn't hurt you. But the next 2 or 3 guys still can hurt you. So this lineup is just so tough.
Mm-hmm. Here is Luke Schmidt hitting 437 now at the plate. Wisniewski at first. It's down in the dirt. Ball 1.
Yeah, nice job by Collins behind the plate, just getting down and blocking the ball, keeping in front of him, keeping a runner at first base. Really important to do that because you let him advance 90 feet, you lose the double play opportunity. Runner gets into scoring position, so to keep him on first base is important for Mount Michael.
Talked about his OPS. The highest OPS ever recorded is Babe Ruth, right? 106.0, roughly. It was 1.165. That's what it was. 1.165. And then the hitter who Jeff calls the best hitter ever, Ted Williams, number 2, had a 1.116. His is 1.4.
Are you saying Wisniewski might be better than
the next Babe Ruth?
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a.
Nobody's ever compared me to Babe Ruth, so.
Right. Pitches away, 2-2.
See, that's neat. He's going to be able to go back to school and say, I was compared to
Babe
Ruth and Ted Williams.
That's amazing.
Of current major leaguers, who do you think has the highest OPS? Current major league hitters.
For this season or for their career?
Career. Career OPS, but current major league player.
Ohtani would be my guess.
Close. Ohtani's in the
Trout.
top 20. It is Mike Trout, yes.
Oh, wow.
The unfortunate thing for Trout is I feel like he can't stay healthy through a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously special player, special talent, but
I feel like he kind of got shafted a little bit. I feel like he should have had at least a few playoff appearances and maybe a chance at a title with his stuff.
Yeah.
Just could never put it together out there in Anaheim. But he owned me a little bit, so I'm not gonna.
He said no to the contract the Dodgers offered him, so that's the problem.
That is a problem.
They're out there buying talent.
So Brian,
want to go win a World Series?
What were your career numbers against Mike Trout?
Yeah,
not good. I mean, I'm pretty sure he got me at least once, if not twice.
I got you, like home run?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. He probably hit like 340, 350 off me probably. Probably walked him like half a dozen times because I was terrified of him.
Hit into right field. Stanek coming in. Dives, does not make the play. First step was back, kind of fooled him off the bat. So that's going to be down for a base hit for Carson Frank. And Frank has now been aboard in both of his at-bats. And with 2 down, Clippers threatening again.
Yeah, it's a tough play for Stanek and Wright. And like you said, Larry, his first move was back, but Frank didn't get the ball in the barrel. So that ball doesn't take off like he thought off the bat. And really with 2 outs, no harm done, right? No runs scored.
But now you got to throw more pitches. And mentally in your head, you're like, oh, I just popped him up. I got a big inning. And now you're back out there still. So as a pitcher, it's really hard to refocus. Like, just you're trying to pick up your right fielder right now because he's going to feel like he messed up.
That's a tough play.
It is a very tough play because you're taught first steps back.
Right.
That's what you're taught. So he played it how he's supposed to play. The ball just didn't do what he thought it was doing.
And especially with 2 outs running on first, the last thing you want to do is start charging in and the ball gets over your head, and that costs you a run.
That's hit high into the air. Bluvis ranges in. Bluvis underneath it for the out. So for the second time in a game, the Clippers had runners in scoring position and did not deliver. They trail it 1-0.
Phelps Memorial Health Center is now offering cardiology services on site in Holdridge. The cardiology team is able to address high blood pressure, shortness of breath, coronary artery disease, heart failure, and more. Treatments may include medication therapy, minimally invasive testing, and outpatient procedures that seek to improve overall health. Whether patients need a cardiologist or are looking for specialized services closer to home, Phelps Memorial Health Center is here for your healthcare needs.
Some jobs are hard work, long hours, busy days, late nights. But there's something in us that keeps us going when we know what we're doing is making a difference in someone's life. Because it's the hardest jobs that are the most important, and that pride you feel makes it more than worth the effort. NPPD, powering our state, empowering your life.
We are back in Omaha, head to the top of the 4th, joined now by the coach of Mount Michael, Tom Swanson. Tom, thanks for joining us. Hey, talk about the job that you're getting out here, your starting pitcher, Ashton Schroeder.
He's been throwing great so far, attacking early and hitting spots pretty well and letting his defense make plays for him. So we like where he's at right now.
Coach, you got to love that you've got a 1-0 lead here after 3 innings. What's the offensive strategy going forward off of Meyer?
Well, it was definitely big to get to him early because we can't let him settle in. We just got to continue to compete in the box, make him work, make him make his pitches, and take our chances when we get them.
Tom, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
That is Tom Swanson, the coach of Mount Michael, the Benedictine Knights. They've been on a bit of a roll. You know, you take a look at, they were 1-6 at one point in the season. Now they're 15-12, 14-6. Had to go on a run just to be able to make it to state.
Yep, it's all about getting hot at the right time. They've been nailing it so far.
Did that. There you see that start at 1-6 and 14. Swings through, does Rocco Zimmerman. Nice breaking pitch there from Meyer. Zimmerman singled last time at the plate, then was doubled off to end the first inning after Mount Michael Benedictine scored the run and strikes out here. And yeah, Maddox Meyer is starting to settle in a bit as he got him in order. He's now retired 7 straight.
Yeah, definitely starting to settle in.
That's a very well located fastball up after you just got him on a slider way out in front.
We've seen him finish pretty good today, right? We've seen at times the slider down in the zone, and then at times we use the fastball up in the zone for the punch out.
And like we said earlier, like he's throwing 90, 91, 92, but after a slider, after a changeup, that 92 is like 95, to the eyes, and it's hard to catch up, especially when it's elevated, because it looks so good, but it's by you before you can get started.
One of the call in the outside corner, didn't get it. 3 balls, no strikes to Ashton Schroeder. Called strike. 5 strikeouts for Meyer. After issuing the walk to open up the second, he's retired 7 straight and gives up another walk.
If you're Mount Michael and can scratch across one this inning,
put some pressure on him, aren't you?
Oh yeah, that's pressure. Yeah,
Yep.
because one run, one run is feasible in your mind still as a team. And all of a sudden they scratch across 2 against your guy, and you haven't been able to string anything together. You might get a little panic out of them if you're Mount Michael.
So here's the designated hitter, Aiden Earl. Earl walked last time at the plate in the second. Fouls that off.
Meyer's been doing a good job of holding runners on with that pickoff. He's almost got a couple of guys already. So it's going to be really hard for Mount Michael to steal. I'd like to see him kind of do a little hit and run action, maybe get the base runners moving a little bit.
Called strike.
Not now.
1-2 with 1 out.
Yes, it is. It's tough to run on Meyer. He's such a good athlete, right? And that's rare from a pitcher, right, to be a good athlete.
Yeah.
But Meyer, I mean, a multi-sport kid, really athletic.
Well, half swing, trying to beat it down the line, but a nice play there by Chase Schmidt for the second out.
I mean, come on, Jeff. You know the pitchers are the best athletes on the field.
Yeah, that's not.
Pitchers are athletes, everybody. Just the way it is. Nope, there's no rebuttal. There's nothing you can say about it. It's true. Did you ever pitch, Jeff? You were a pitcher. You had to be a pitcher at one point.
That's hit sharply through the right side. Henry Stanek with the single. Around comes Schroeder, trying to beat it to the plate, and he's thrown out. Great play at the plate. Nice play. Brixton Meyer fires it in. And a good play by Schmidt to get the tag down.
A car's not just a car. It's a time capsule full of memories, adventures, and unbelievable stories. Letting go of a car you love is difficult, but knowing it will support a cause you believe in makes it much easier. Donate your car to public television. Call or go online.
Omaha-born Robert Rubin graduated college in 1939. 5 years later, Rubin landed in Normandy, France, hours before the Allies' D-Day invasion. Not as a soldier, but as a Reuters war correspondent. Most people run from the fire of war. Robert Rubin ran towards it. Running towards the fire, a war correspondent's story. Thursday night at 8 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Bottom of the fourth, Knights on top, 1-0. We are joined now by Zach Wayner. Zach, how big was that play right there to keep it at a 1-0 game?
Oh, that play was huge. Brixton made a nice throw from right field. We got the tag. Hopefully they'll get some energy going for our team right now.
Coach, been looking forward to Meyer kind of settling in a little bit. How is he mentally, you think?
I think he's all right. He's starting to settle in right now, getting the ball across the plate. So just got to let his defense do their job out there. Throw some strikes.
Zach, thanks for joining us.
Yep, no problem.
It is the coach of the Clippers, Zach Wayner, in his third year. Already won a state championship with the Clippers last year.
With Maddox Meyer.
With Maddox Meyer on the mound. Through a complete game.
Malcolm being right outside Lincoln, I think a lot of people maybe think that they have a lot of option kids from Lincoln, right? Because the school itself has a lot of option kids from the Lincoln area. But in talking with Coach Wayner earlier this week, the only option kid on the baseball team is Noah Gagne, right? And he's been there since 5th grade, right? So it's not like this is a team just full of Lincoln kids playing for the Class C Malcolm Clippers. This is local kids. A lot of them live right in the area, right across the street from the school. And
I think Coach said 6 kids live right across the street.
Right, so some pretty cool. Really cool story.
They're one school building, so everyone's in the same school. Like Coach said, you have 5th graders that'll high five a high school senior, and then turn the corner and give a kindergartner a high five as well. He said it's great atmosphere, great community, like you said. I love stories like that.
Speaking of good stories, who do you think, Brian, hit the most home runs off of you in the big leagues?
What? Oh, my gosh.
This is one of those things Jeff's been prepping for 3 days for.
Miguel Cabrera.
Yes, you got it.
Yeah, I faced him the most.
3 home runs. 3 home runs, Miguel. And Carlos Quentin hit 3 off you as well.
Yeah.
What was Cabrera's batting average against?
Like 720?
281.
Oh,
Only
okay.
281.
Okay.
You punched him out 7 times.
Oof. I don't remember that. I must have blacked out.
Actually, so Mark Teixeira.
He owned me.
He owned you.
Yeah.
Hit 500, 2 jacks, couple walks, no strikeouts. Wow.
Yeah. That has to be wrong. I think it must be Wikipedia. He must have done that himself. So, Miguel Cabrera was the guy I faced the most in my career. Did you know that?
Really?
I faced him the most. You know who number 2 was?
Alex Gordon, I'm going to say.
By 1 at bat.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. Alex Gordon, former teammate. Did you played with Alex? No.
Yeah,
1
I played
year.
with Alex.
1 year.
2 years.
2 years.
Yep. We were in each other's weddings.
Inside to Chase Smith. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out here in the 4th. By the way, you didn't do as poorly against Mike Trout as you had thought.
No, I thought he owned me as well. Apparently he was 0 for 2 with a walk. So got that going for me.
That's ripped into left field. Chase Smith with the single. It's going to be the 4th hit of the game for the Clippers. And with 1 out, they're trying to even it here in the 4th.
And Smith got a pitch out over the plate that he could handle, and he drove it into left field. There's a good look here from the side. But you can see there's a really good compact swing. Gets a fastball in. Able to keep his hands inside, and like I said, drives it into left field.
How about Smith, the second baseman, hitting .212 on the year, and he's 2 for 2 here in the state championship. 2 singles, and now he's off. Throw is going to be wide, goes into center field. But Smith now at second.
And Smith got a big-time jump, almost a little shuffle start, right? Had a little bit of a shuffle start from first base. It was off and running, so that's one that left
almost like
handed pitcher on the
movement.
mound. Yeah, you're going first movement. I think he started shuffle maybe even slightly before that first movement. That's when he stole on the pitcher.
So Brixton Meyer is at the plate with a runner in scoring position. 1 out.
I'm going to call a base hit right here. You know why?
He might bunt. Just kidding.
Oh, my gosh.
How about that?
Yeah, I thought I saw his hands move there when he was in the box. So
Well, nobody else saw that coming.
Well,
so good
yeah.
call.
Backtrack a little bit, you'll see it. That's why I get paid the big bucks, guys. Called it. It's interesting though too. I mean, he can fly though. That's the thing. He can run. So it's like almost like a sacrifice / drag or push. What do you call it, Jeff? Is it push or drag?
Either one.
Okay.
Hits that hard to the right side. Good play at second base by Kamachek. For 2 down.
That's a big moment in this game, right? We've talked about Clippers need to get back in this, right? Only chasing 1 run. But right now with their dude on the mound and that dude at the plate right now as well, Maddox Meyer. In the bottom of 4, again, it's just one of those situations, runner on third, hitting with runners in scoring position, one of those key stats that a lot of times in close games determines a winner. It's a big opportunity for Malcolm.
And if you're Schroeder, it's this guy or the next guy you have to get, because you don't want to get to Wisniewski. If you get to him, obviously bases will be loaded or they've already scored one, and you don't want the big bopper up right now.
That just sounds like an urban legend. You don't want to get to Wisniewski.
Yeah.
Don't get to Wisniewski.
Such a great last name. Like, gosh, I'm so jealous of that last name.
Popped into the air, ranging over is Jack Stanek to make the grab. And for the 3rd time in 4 innings, the Clippers leave a runner in scoring position. 1-0 is the score.
These are Nebraska corn farmers. They work in acres, not hours. Over 9 million acres to be exact. Harvesting the energy and climate solutions the world needs. Year after year. Year after year. We are proud to stand with you.
At Teammates, our mission is to positively impact the world by inspiring students to reach their full potential through mentoring. Since 1991, Teammates has served more than 47,000 students across the Midwest. Today, we have a growing list of students waiting to be mentored. Mentors come from all walks of life. To be a mentor, all you have to do is be there. Find more information about how to become a mentor at teammates.org.
We're back here at Warner Park. Knights on top 1-0 in the top of the 5th. Well, you look at the numbers coming into this, guys, and you got, a stud on the mound Maddox Meyer, who in a complete game last year won a state championship. They have 21 homers on the year to just 2 for Mount Michael, and you thought you kind of had a feeling of what might happen, and it's been completely the opposite.
Yeah, it has. Schroeder for Mount Michael has been doing a great job keeping the hitters off balance. I think sometimes you get guys that can swing the bat really well, and you have a guy in Schroeder who is not going to overpower with the fastball, but just kind of thumbs it up there a little bit, throws some changeups. Like, you think, like, I'm just going to go up there and absolutely rake. And next thing you know, you're in the top of the 5th, and you're down a run, and you haven't scored yet. And it happens fast. You start trying to do too much. If you're Malcolm, I think with a pitcher like Schroeder, you got to start thinking middle up, just put the ball in play, don't try and kill it, and eventually you'll get the big hit.
Well, and to your point, Brian, I would personally, as a hitter, I would rather face someone like Maddox Meyer than Schroeder.
Right.
I mean, like Schroeder's that guy, like you said, that lefty that's changing speeds. He's a little bit soft, right? And so it's like he gets you out front, you get yourself out on that guy. And I'll tell you, I mean, I'd rather face a guy that's a little bit firm than a guy that's soft and is hitting his spots and changing speeds. And not that that's nothing against Maddox Meyer. That's not an easy task.
No,
right?
yeah.
That's a good arm, but it's not easy if Ashton Schroeder keeps hitting his spots, right, to hit off a pitcher like that.
Yep, it's tough.
Fouled straight back off the bat of Thaden Weevil.
Weevil's a good-looking athlete, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Don't commit. Kid, they say, had been struggling at the plate lately, but if he stays within himself, he's got a good swing, pops that high into the air. Out goes Carson Frank, makes the play for out number 1.
Now, if you're Mount Michael, you can't. I know they're not trying to settle, but you can't settle for just one and think. You know, as a pitcher, you want more runs. If you're shorter, you want as many runs as possible, obviously. And it's not easy against Meyer, but Mount Michael's got to find a way to scratch across 1 or 2 more. Give yourself a chance. Take a little pressure off. The longer you let Malcolm stay in this game, I feel like the more they're going to have the opportunity to take it from you late.
And to your point, Brian, I mean, Malcolm is a team that could have a big inning at any time, right? And they can swing it up and down the order. There's some speed at the bottom of the order. I mean, they have the tools and they have the ability to put up a crooked number and change this game.
Bottom of the order here, this is Jack Stanek. Grounded out back to the pitcher in the second inning. Check swing there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stanek.
What a nice day for state championship baseball, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
Jinx.
Gets the strikeout. That is strikeout number 6. So back to the top of the order we go for Mount Michael. And Bluvis is back at the plate.
That's a high heater, right? You've seen it a few times to finish off some of these Mount Michael hitters. Goes up in the zone with a fastball, able to get the chase for strike 3.
Bluvis has scored the only run of the game. That was in the first inning. Got on by a hit by pitch on a 3-2 count. Would later come around to score on the single by Rocco Zimmerman.
So, just so I'm clear, so he threw Monday. Meyer did, correct?
He did.
So, he's full go today, right?
Yes.
He has no pitch count limit, nothing like that.
Well, there's a total pitch count limit you can't go over, but
Okay.
But he can go to that limit.
Okay.
So he's passed his 3 days rest.
Gotcha.
For the 90 that he threw on Monday. Called strike.
Because he's at 80 right now, I believe.
Called strike.
I know
Full
it's
count.
I know it's 3-1 as a hitter. You're looking for your pitch. That's a good take right there. Well located fastball in the corner. There's no reason for you to do something you're not ready for.
And drew the walk. Second time on base for Bluvis.
And to your point, Brian, that's why the take is good, right?
Correct.
So you take that, a tough pitch, really well executed 3-1 pitch from Meyer. But in doing so, is able to draw the walk. 3-2.
So 110, Brian, is the limit.
Okay.
110 pitches, and if you go anything between 91 and 110, you have to have 4 days rest. He threw 90 pitches, which means he only needed 3 days, which is why he could come back, and also why they had somebody come in and finish the game, so he didn't go past that 90-pitch mark. And he's cruising here after giving up that first inning run. Another out there. And we head to the bottom half. 1-0, Knights.
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
We come from different places.
To push past anyone standing in our way who say,
You're not good enough.
You can't afford this. We stare down the challenges.
And we tell them yes.
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 Yes, I can.
We come together with maverick spirit.
With hope.
With determination.
With passion.
We build up our community. Somos familia.
Because our community is part of us.
And we are a part of something bigger than ourselves.
We share one goal. To change the course of our lives forever.
Bottom of the fifth here at Warner Park. Class C state championship. It's 1-0. Knights on top of the Clippers, and Ashton Schroeder's back out there again.
Schroeder's been doing a great job just keeping everyone off balance. You see his numbers: 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. The walks obviously have not hurt him, which is good. But they've also been kind of strategic walks, good spots for them to walk a hitter. But he's been doing a great job keeping the hitters off balance. They can't put anything together. They can't string anything together. They have a few hits here and there, but nothing back to back to back to score a run. So he's been doing a great job of pitching.
Now we get a wait.
This is the worst part about this field right here.
Beautiful ballpark.
Oh, it is a beautiful. I loved playing here, but that was always the worst. Is if you were called in. That's not a short jog, guys. You're winded halfway there.
Well, in a big league team or a minor league team or a college team, like, you can have your bullpen guys sitting out there the entire game, right? In a high school dugout,
right?
Your next arm might be your shortstop, right? And so it's not like you can just camp 3 or 4 guys out there the entire game.
Right. And if you do send your bullpen guys out there early, you might have 4 dudes is all sitting in the dugout trying to cheer on your team. Right. It's pretty lonely.
One of those guys might be due up next inning.
Yeah.
You're trying to loosen him up, but he's still.
Yep.
So, Brian, I got to ask, you played for the Chicago Cubs, right? Kind of, they were known for the bullpen antics and fun, right? Like, you got any good dance moves? Like, maybe
I'm not,
feel like you
I'm
should
not
show the viewer something today.
Nope. They can look it up on YouTube. Not doing it. Sorry, Jeff. Good try.
Here we go. I think we got it right now. We got an opportunity now.
No, not happening.
We could look it up on YouTube.
Nope, I need to stretch. Not doing it. Good try, though. But yeah, we used to dance every homer.
Good pitch, called strike. Painted the outside corner.
So let's make a deal. We get a home run today. We get Brian Dunsing dancing in the booth.
I agree.
I don't think there's enough money in this booth for that to happen, guys. It started, in all honesty, it started because one guy in the bullpen said, like, I can't remember who it was, but like, so-and-so is going to hit a homer here. And then on that pitch, they hit a homer, and he just got fired up and like started dancing. And so we said, hey, we should, if you call a homer, you have to dance. That's how it started. And then next thing we know, that's us. That's not us. Next thing you know, like, we get a phone call on the bullpen phone. So we all start panicking as we think one of us has got to go throw. And it was Joe Madden calling down saying, hey, we love it down here in the dugout. Keep up the dancing. Because they had a camera, so they could see who was warming up also. Well, then next thing you know, the security guard's laughing one time. And we thought he was just watching somebody. And he's like, no, you guys are on the big screen. They started putting us on the big screen every time we danced, and it just blew up from there. But
this is a phenomenal story.
It's great stuff.
So that started while you were on the Cubs team.
It kind of helped start it, yeah. Yeah, I did.
So you have to, a home run today, this has to be done.
I think so, too.
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
come on.
You guys, do you know?
Jeff's not going to invite you back to the broadcast.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't even like him that much.
Brock, cut him out if we don't get this done today.
Oh, my gosh. I don't want to embarrass my family, guys. I did that enough already.
Like what kind of dance? Like what?
It was just like,
just give us a little
show
taste.
me, yeah.
I did this I always did this weird gyrating strike call thing across, like and then everyone else said, we all had different things. I mean, like, I don't know.
You just did the gyrating.
It was like
stand up and show it. Yep.
I'm not standing up to do it. This is
That's
a
really
PG rated.
No, that was really good. I cannot believe Lizzie talked you into doing that.
That's fine. That's fine, guys. You guys owe me.
Oh, I knew he'd go off the rails. This is a 1-0 ball game, bottom of 5.
Oh, that's
state championship aspirations, and we're learning about the weird gyrating strike call.
Oh, that is the best.
Is anyone else pitting out like I am right now? I'm so nervous.
Oh, you kids are at home going, Dad, no,
Yep.
Dad, stop, no.
They're at field day. They won't see this, hopefully.
I think Lisa's probably at home saying, oh, my gosh, Brian, keep it together.
Jackson Teeter, you saw out there in the bullpen warming up. There was a quick visit there to the mound, throw behind, but back, and that is the go-ahead run with nobody out at first base.
Yep, you got to be careful with Wisniewski. We talked about it. We just talked about it.
And something we haven't really touched on today, there's a pretty strong breeze blowing out to left field here today.
Oh, yeah.
And a guy like Wisniewski, like the legend of Wisniewski, I mean, he gets one up in that jet stream, and the ball's going to fly.
pretty sure there actually is a jet stream that goes over the Werner Park sign.
I bet there is. Three balls, no strikes. But you don't want to put the tying run in scoring position, right? But you don't really want to pitch to Wisniewski either. And they stay away from him, and the tying run now at second base after back-to-back walks here in the fifth.
And again, this is not taking anything away from Schmidt, but that's not necessarily that bad of a walk.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Wisniewski, but now all of a sudden you put the tying run on second, the go-ahead run at first.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see how Malcolm plays this, right? I mean, some teams you might start to see a little small ball, get that winning run, go-ahead run into scoring position, but at the same time, you're in the middle of the Malcolm order, right? And Schmidt is no slouch himself.
No, he's hitting over 400. So I don't know if you necessarily want to bunt him and take the bat out of his hands.
Pinch runner at first is Nolan Duzick. He's the son of first base coach Dave. In comes Stanek at first base. That's lifted high into the infield. Good grab.
Infield fly roll.
Route number one. It was an infield fly roll, first and second.
That's a great pitch. First pitch changeup right there with a guy who's looking to just drive in runs and get that big swing. It's hard to stay off that pitch. He disguises it so well.
Duzick also the son of former standout from Sandy Creek, Pam Shaw. Boy, that Shaw family was talented, huh? Football linebacker at Nebraska. State championships at Sandy Creek.
So Frank's trying to drive one to a gap right here. You start off the first pitch breaking ball. And then a heater outside. I still feel like if he would just show in, if Schroeder would show in, a good hard fastball in, would just open up everything back away, because that's where he wants to throw, right? Especially lefties. I remember being left-handed in high school where they taught you throw arm side, arm side, arm side. But if you could bust someone in and just get on those hands, it's going to be a ground ball.
Popped up, back, and in comes Stanek. Called off by Kamachek, who makes the play. And now there are two down. So two down after first and second with nobody out, and Schroeder's done a nice job to work around this.
Really nice job. I mean, this thing could have got out of hand for Mount Michael, and again, you get the first two runners on, and there's still a lot of inning potentially left, right?
Yes, but let's careful what you say here. As a pitcher, this is the worst.
But for Schroeder, he's done a nice job bouncing back and getting a couple of soft contact outs on a couple of fly balls to the right side of the infield.
Garrett England hits that to the right side. Kamachek there again. Flips, and he made all three plays after they had a runner in scoring position with nobody out. So for the fourth time in 5 innings, the Clippers leave a runner stranded in scoring position.
Sudden cardiac arrest is the #1 cause of death in students involved in activities. 7,000 adolescents lose their life annually due to sudden cardiac arrest.
If defibrillation through an AED is administered within the first 3 minutes, survival rates increase to 74%. If an AED is used within the first minute, the survival rate rises to 90%.
For every minute that passes without defibrillation, survival rates decrease by 7 to 10%. Are you and your school prepared?
I think it's important for people to donate for Nebraska Public Media to continue to deliver the same high quality content that we have, especially on the sports side. We know how popular sports are in the state, and we know how sports hungry Nebraskans are. So to be able to donate to Nebraska Public Media allows us to continue producing the same high level quality content that you've come to expect from us, and that we hope to continue to provide for years to come.
What a great job being done by Ashton Schroeder, starting pitcher for the Knights. A reminder, they had to play 4 in the bracket games because they lost their opening game, so they were near the back end of their starting rotation, and he's done a terrific job.
Fantastic. Has kept Malcolm off balance all day. And again, we talked about the walks earlier, but a couple of those very strategic walks didn't hurt him at all. Made some pitches afterwards. Lets his defense make the plays. I mean, he's done a great job. And now, look at the bullpen. They still got 2 guys warming up. I wouldn't be surprised if he's done.
And how many times do you see somebody make a great play in the field, step up to the plate, and rip it into right center field? Kemachek does that for a double. Ricky made all 3 plays in that last inning at second, steps to the plate, and leads off with the double.
Yeah, love it. Love the approach at the plate. Love the swing. And that's a big-time leadoff double. You can see the swing, and just does a really good job as a hitter staying down and through that pitch that's away, driving it to right center field. And again, it'll be interesting to see how Mount Michael now attacks this, right? They've got a 1-run lead. Getting an insurance run here would be massive.
Yeah. 4-hole guy up. I don't think you're bunting, right? Just let him.
Right.
Let him swing. And Malcolm has no one in the bullpen, so Myers is still their guy.
J.J. Styles in there to run. Styles at second, and that's a little snorter into right field. Meyer comes up with it, bobbles it, and around comes Styles, and he will score. The bobble in right allowed Styles to keep running, and Mount Michael on top 2-0.
It's another great piece of hitting, Jeff.
It is, and Zimmerman did not get all of that baseball, right? I mean, I think it got in on the hands. Yeah, I mean, you can see that pitch is middle in, gets in on the hands of Rocco Zimmerman, but he gets enough of it to drive it into right field for the RBI single.
Both RBIs by Rocco Zimmerman. And he is 2 for 3.
Both hits, too, to the right side part of the field. Makes you wonder if that was their approach. Maybe this inning is like, hey, let's take everything that way. He's been pitching us away, pitches away. I think you look opposite field, it takes away the slider because you're sitting on it, and they're able to get to the fastball.
Yeah, I kind of thought we'd see Schroeder continue to bunt, so they throw the first pitch ball. Now, that pitch Schroeder was not bunting.
2 balls, no strikes to Schroeder. Called strike.
Ooh.
Talked about a lot of numbers for this Mount Michael team. The thing we haven't talked about is average ACT. They've got a 36, a couple 35s, a 34. It's probably above 30. What do you think?
It's
turn the double play. Grounded hard back to Meyer.
Yeah, Meyer, again, a good athlete on the mound, field is positioned, rolls up the double play, and that's exactly what Malcolm needed.
That's pitcher's best friend right there.
The unconventional 1-4-3. I think Frank was there to take it as the shortstop. It just went a little wide, and Schmidt's like, okay, I got it.
Yep. Yeah, those ACT scores. I mean, Mount Michael, very academic school. You talk student athletes, right? And it's absolutely student first.
Yep.
Shoot, they have some ACT scores that are probably better than Brian and I's combined. And
well, the 36 already said it's better than yours combined already. So
yeah, that's what I mean.
You don't need to.
That's and I got a 25, so I mean that leaves what for you there, Brian?
Funny thing is mine was less than that. I took it twice. I got the same score twice, so that's cool. I'm an idiot. Oh, man. Test scores aren't everything, guys. I'm more of a visual learner than a test taker.
All right, that's the line of the day, Lazy. And mine was 25, so.
Gosh, you're great, man.
It's been a while. It's good that we're catching up.
I know, but you know what's sad is I just now got the joke of how low my score had to be, guys. I just now got it. That's how smart I am.
Called strike 3. But not before the Knights get another one in the 6th. The leadoff double with Ricky coming around. Styles comes around to score after pinch running on the single to right field. Both RBIs coming from Rocco Zimmerman. Knights on top, 2-0.
There's a place in the middle of America where we stand up and stand out, bringing light that illuminates the best ideas and brings change. Understanding the heart of learning comes from the heartland. Nebraska Public Media is yours, a space and community for everyone. We tell stories and amplify voices so that all can be heard, all from a place that we call home. This is Nebraska Public Media.
Tourism affects everyone. It affects the health of our state, the health of communities.
Tourism is discovering this great state, moving people around this great state and bringing them here.
You do need to be an ambassador. You need to sell your region.
If we don't support the things that we have, it's going to be really hard to have them be there the next time you want to come.
Understanding Tourism, Nebraska's sleeping giant.
Wednesday night at 6:30 Central on World.
Ashton Schroeder back out there for the 6th inning for the Knights. You see his numbers, 5 innings pitched, gave up 4 hits. The key here is the Clippers are 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. And they've had a runner in scoring position every inning except for the 2nd, where Chase Smith had a single and didn't get past first base. Plenty of bodies down in the bullpen. Nobody up and throwing.
You cannot ask for anything more than Schroeder has done if you're Mount Michael right now. When we had the meeting, he talked about they're just going to try and piece some stuff together, hope he could get maybe 3 out of them, and here he is in the 6th with a lead, pitching really well.
And we were all saying between innings, we thought maybe last inning would have been Schroeder's last. A little bit surprised to see him back out here in the bottom of 6.
Scooped up by Zimmerman at 3rd, and Rocco with the play.
That was good. That was a good pitch in there. Couldn't quite catch up to it. Been looking middle away all game. That's where he's been living all game, and now you bust him in. You get a quick out, easy ground ball out.
So now in the 8 hole, that brings up Chase Smith. Clippers have 3 hits in the game, 2 of those by Chase Smith. Both singles, both into left field. He's timed up Schroeder well. Yeah, now 2 balls, no strikes to Smith. If you're looking for positives, if you're a Clipper fan, you will see the top of the order come back to the plate. If not this inning, it would be in the 7th. That's a called strike. Right on the inside corner, 2-2. Good pitch by Schroeder.
And how about Schroeder getting inside a little bit this inning, right?
Yeah,
He's been away, and then now coming in on the Malcolm hitter's hands.
And the way he took that pitch, he's not looking there. You throw a fastball in, and the guy just kind of takes it, looks at it like that. It tells you what the hitter's trying to do. When I do like lessons, I talk to these kids. I always tell them, like, even if you miss where you're trying to hit, the way the hitter reacts to the pitch tells you a lot of what their approach is, and you can still go from there.
Swing through, got the strikeout. That is his 5th strikeout of the game.
It's a really good fastball.
Yep. I think he threw a 55-mile-an-hour change in the pitch before.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
air
didn't quite get
brakes.
there.
But how about this pitching performance from Ashton Schroeder? I mean, this is
Fantastic.
big time. Not only giving Mount Michael a chance in this game, but dealing on the mound here, bottom of 6.
Called strike 1-1 now to Brixton Meyer. Meyer hitting .370 on the year, and there is Ashton Schroeder. Just his 8 appearances a year, 1-2 record. Came in with an ERA almost at 5, popped in the air, and it is a 1-2-3 inning for the Knights and Ashton Schroeder. For the second time today, he sat him down in order. We head to the final inning. 2-0 lead.
I need you to see something.
So pleased to hear that.
Finally, some good news. Some people spend a lifetime trying to find someone like you. This is a future we are more than happy to embrace.
I've never felt a love so strong in my entire life.
Promise you, this is something that they're not going to be able to ignore.
We loved it.
Next time on Antiques Roadshow, who were the lucky folks who made it into our 13th episode of Junk in the Trunk?
We seen the signature and we're like, wow, we got something here.
My godfather he gave it to me as a gift because, to be honest, I am the favorite.
There's only one first Iditarod.
First race.
And here I am just swinging it around here.
Don't miss Antiques Roadshow, Junk in the Trunk 13.
Monday night at 7 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Back here at Warner Park in Omaha, 2-0 the Knights on top as we head to the final inning. Final at-bat upcoming for the Knights. Well, you know, good ideas often start with a simple question, what if? Nebraskans answer with innovation and creativity, and we tell their stories in our Nebraska Public Media series, What If? Available to watch now online at nebraskapublicmedia.org/whatif. So top of the final inning, Meyer back out there. Rolled out to first, Meyer covers. England will keep it himself for out number 1. It's been a good outing for Maddox Meyer.
Yeah. That's what I was just going to say, right? How about the pitching performance on both sides, right? I mean, you get this late in the tournament, you just don't know what's going to happen exactly and how they're going to attack, and both pitchers have been very, very sharp.
7 strikeouts for Meyer.
I just love it too. Not only are they both different, like obviously righty and lefty, but they're 2 different styles of pitching. You got a guy that has velocity, sharp breaker, and you have another guy who's a little bit slower and like just tries to keep you off balance and mixes speeds a little differently. It's been fun to watch.
I think it's easy to think, like, okay, you've got Malcolm and Mount Michael, Class C, maybe the baseball's a little bit lesser level. This has been fantastic baseball.
Yes.
8 strikeouts now for Meyer.
And then Meyer, we talked about, I mean, you're seeing a guy that's going to pitch for UNO at the next level next year, so we knew we had a good one in Meyer. But, I mean, just well played defensively on the mound.
Last pitch by Maddox Meyer was his 100th of the game. So he has 10 pitches to retire. Now 8 pitches remaining to retire Jack Stanek. 2 balls, no strikes.
Meyer doesn't look like he's tired either. He's doing a great job staying within himself.
Good pitch, called strike.
Well, Brian, you talked about how Meyer had several pitches in the 90s on Monday in his outing. I think it was pitch number 96. Maybe he hit 90 miles an hour. So, I mean, he's got good stamina.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. I mean, I think what helps, too, is he's got really good mechanics.
I was just going to say,
yeah,
right?
he's
got
really
clean.
Yep, it's clean. It's repeatable. If you can repeat your mechanics with ease, you save energy that way. You know, if you're using your legs correctly, if you're pitching with your legs and not your arm, you can have the opportunity to go deeper into a game.
The 2-2 with 2 down. Got him swinging. Complete outing for Meyer. Now they go to the bottom to see if they can get some runs on the board. The Knights 3 outs away from their first ever state championship.
Hi, I'm Randy Hansen. I'm Chief Financial Officer at Nebraska Public Media, and I'm not fond of being on camera. My team and I are responsible for the business systems and the general ledger, preparing all the annual financial budgets. Here at Nebraska Public Media, we have a variety of different funding sources. The best part is working with everybody here at Nebraska Public Media. I've been here for over 20 years, and it is a great place to work.
Donut time.
Uncle Ted opened up 70 donut shops.
They call me Donut King.
He gave Cambodian refugees a chance to make it in America.
At one time, he estimates his wealth at $20 million.
Life was good.
We're gonna be truthful, right? He wasn't the perfect man.
I lost everything. Everything. It's hard to believe that he could allow that to happen. Don't let the good chance slip away.
Sunday night at 10 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Back here at Warner Park, we head to the bottom of the last. It is a 2-0 Knight lead. And Mount Michael looking for its first ever state baseball championship. First time they've ever made it here to the finals. And back out there for the final inning is Ashton Schroeder. "95 pitches for Schroeder, and he's back out there for the bottom of the 7th. Top of the order here for the Clippers. Maddox Meyer will lead it off. Starts him out with a ball.
I know last year you guys got 3 fantastic games for the state finals, right? We get another good one here to lead things off in the Class C championship.
Lifted back, and that's going to make the stands. 1-1 to Maddox Meyer. Meyer hitting .349 on the year. He's 0 for 3 here this afternoon. Struck out, flew out to right, and flew out to the first baseman. And Schroeder ahead of the count, 1-1. Just off the plate.
It's close pitch. And you can see him asking umpire where it was. Umpire's telling him a little bit out. Sometimes as a pitcher late in the game, like after you've been throwing a game like this, you feel like you've kind of earned a little extra.
Well, you're in that one. That might have been in the river. Called strike.
That one was farther out than the one previous, I think. But if you notice where the catcher set up, the difference between 2 pitches, too.
2-2 to Meyer. And now full count.
It's a very important pitch right here. Always got to get the leader.
Maddox trying to help himself. His day is done on the mound. Fouls it off to stay alive.
And I think an off-speed pitch, 3-2, wasn't it?
I couldn't tell. I was kind of thinking he'd throw a full count changeup, but here's the thing: you don't want to walk the leadoff guy,
right?
You know, so you might just go at him. I mean, hits a homer, who cares? You're still up 2-1. Start over on the next guy.
Fouls it straight back.
And Meyer got a pitch to handle there. He just missed that pitch. But for Meyer, trying to get on base any way he can, right? Get that leadoff runner on for Malcolm, and then all of a sudden, now you're 1 pitch away from tying the game.
That swing right there tells you he's looking away, though. The way he fouled it off, the ball was like middle in.
8-pitch at bat thus far. So
this is
good
fun.
AB here by Meyer.
This is fun, right? I mean, a state championship on the line, bottom of 7. You got the favorite at the plate. The underdog, Mount Michael, has been battling all year, and they've got a 2-run lead.
Lifted into left. Wewell took a step back. Will come back in. First out of the 7th. Meyer flies out to left.
It's a huge out for Mount Michael right there. Max Meyer is a tough out. Good athlete. Great pitch.
104 pitches for Ashton Schroeder in the outing. 106?
No, he only has 6 pitches, right?
6 pitches left, that's right. Lays down the bunt, and that's going to go foul.
And what do we know up here in the booth, right? We were saying after 5 innings, they maybe should have pulled Schroeder, and then he had probably his quickest inning of the game in the 6th. And I mean, he's been dialed in.
I didn't say they should pull him. I thought they were.
They would, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I think you were the only one who thought they should.
Right.
Jeff.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeff.
I was wrong.
Yeah. You just wanted that because you're a hitter and wanted somebody else in there.
Right. Schroeder proving me wrong, though, right? I love that.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, this is why you play the game. That's right. On paper, it did not look like it should go like this. And next, you know, we have a great game, bottom of the 7th, 2-run game.
Ooh, that rides in a little bit. Do not want to put him on. 1-1 to McGreer.
That's a good pitch. It opens up so much, though. Right now, they kind of own the plate now a little bit.
Hit out to second, backhanded. Throw to first, not in time. He made the effort. Are they going to get him coming back? They do! He's out at first! He made the attempt. Did he make an effort to go to second? He certainly did. Catcher fires down. Who's backing up the play? Great play by Collins. Stanek makes the tag, and we've got 2 down.
Yeah, and I'd like to get another look at that because I think a lot of people...
He went, Jeff, I think.
A lot of people think that if you just turn towards the field...
No, you got to make an effort.
You have to make an effort.
But watch this. He will right here.
His coach is pointing.
Right there. That's an effort. Now did he get the tag down? Oh, yeah.
Yep. I think that's the right call.
I do too.
It's tough because as an umpire, like you don't want to make that call in this game, in this moment, but that's the call.
Conversation being had between Zach Wayner.
Yeah, I'm pro-runner there. I'm pro-runner personally, right? And it's tough, and it's one I think could go either way. I don't think he... I mean, he takes one step and slips, but like he's still in foul territory. I know that doesn't matter. But it's like one step and slips, and he heads straight back to the base. It's not like he took 3 or 4 steps.
Do you think him seeing the coach pointing going to 2 also affected his call?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think the fact, honestly, if the runner just kind of plays it cool and walks back to the base, he might not call him out there.
Maybe, yeah.
But the fact that he made a hard attempt to get back and is diving back.
How about the performance here, guys, by Ashton
they're
Schroeder?
pulling him. Oh, man.
He's at his pitch count, probably 2 pitches away from it.
Well, I know, but you could start the at-bat, though.
You're right. You could.
You could finish the at-bat.
You could.
Wisniewski. Right on right.
But yeah, how about that pitching performance?
That's fantastic.
From Ashton Schroeder, just dialed in all day.
That will be a core memory for Schroeder for the rest of his life. That's amazing. That's an amazing performance.
Well, let's take a look at the outing by Ashton Schroeder. Boy, was he good.
Just kept him off balance all day. And for the most part, lived on the outside part of the plate.
He goes 6 2/3. Does not give up a run, only gives up 4 hits. What an outing.
Fantastic.
There's 2 down, right? 6 2/3, yep.
Now we got Barrett Sakura. He's going to be a little more velocity than they've seen all day, which could be very interesting. He's got some late giddy up on that fastball, so we'll see what happens here. Just a fastball, curveball, changeup.
So Sikori is now in there. First pitch strike to Wisniewski. Jackson Teeter now at shortstop. Two balls, one strike. Pitches away to Wisniewski.
Go right at him. Go at him right here. Don't need to walk him.
Called strike. 3-2. 2 down.
And if you're Wisniewski, again, you're just trying to be a base runner. You can't do too much. You can't tie the game with one swing.
Yep.
And he is a base runner.
I think it's easy in that moment as a hitter to try to do too much, right? And to try and be the hero. Well, the hero in this instance is just getting on base, right? Which he did a good job of doing, and now moving the line, getting to the next batter.
So that will bring up Luke Schmidt. Wisniewski at first. Schmidt the tying run. Called first strike in there for a strike.
Well said.
Thank you. Strike two.
And Brian, what are your thoughts? I mean, the runner on first doesn't matter. So sometimes you'll have first baseman play behind, hold his position, right?
Yep.
And you'll just have the indifference, let him steal, but
Wisniewski goes on the throw behind, and he's down to second.
Now it doesn't matter, but
yeah. I would prefer him just to play on his back hip. That's usually the common play.
So you're kind of holding your position, but you like to keep the force out in play, right?
Yes. So you can play on his back hip where he's not a runner, right? He's not got a lot of wheels.
That's hit sharply back through the middle. Wisniewski rounds third. He's going to try to score, and he will. And we've got a 2-1 game in the bottom of the seventh. The first hit of the game for the Clippers with a runner in scoring position. They were 0 for 7 before that hit.
Yeah, so just like you were talking about, right? Like if that ball's not in the dirt, or they keep him on first, right? Now we got first and third, still no big deal. And it's still no big deal. You still got a 1-run lead, 2 outs, just getting out. That's all you're trying to do.
And it's a nice job from Mount Michael, first baseman being there to cut that throw.
Yes.
It throws offline a little bit, and if that throw goes through, the Malcolm hitter is going to have a chance to advance to second base and be in scoring position. So nice job by Mount Michael keeping the hitter now at first base and out of scoring position.
Yeah, outfield did a great job. Hit your cutoff. Keep him there. There's no reason for him to get to second unless they'll probably try and steal here.
That gets by, and Tiedemann's now at second. Cole Tiedemann is in there to run. And the wild pitch puts the tying run at second base in the bottom of the seventh with 2 down. And we'll have a visit from Tom Swanson to the mound. And this is a settle you down moment.
Yeah, what do you think he's telling him here, Brian?
He's telling him, hey, take a breath. You're our guy. We need you. Just make a pitch. One pitch at a time. Don't try and do too much. I haven't seen him throw other than today, but he is throwing across his body, yanking it a lot. So seems like he's a little upper body heavy, meaning he's throwing a lot with his arm. He's trying to get a little more push towards the plate.
How often is that meeting something mechanical? How often is it something more mental or just approach, or how you try to attack hitter? All of the above.
It's all the above. It depends.
Yep.
You know, like right now, like got a runner at second. You're trying to keep it here. Again, like I think you got to make pitches now because one swing can kill you.
Carson Frank is taking there. That was a straight take on a 2-0 count. So now 2 balls, 1 strike to Carson Frank. Cole Tiedemann at second, the tying run. Called strike to Frank. Now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runner at second.
I think you throw a breaking ball here.
Pops it up. It's into shallow left. Here comes Wewell. Wewell dives, drops it. Scoring from second is Tiedemann, and we are tied. Wow!
I thought he caught that. I didn't even see the ball down until shortstop picked it up.
Wow, what a moment and a tough play for Wewell. You can see that ball got in on Frank's hands. Wewell making the effort, and I think just outstretched a little bit too far. And that's a tough play for the left fielder.
And then a hit by pitch. Garrett England is hit. And now the game-winning and championship run is on second base in the person of Carson Frank. And here is Justin Wisniewski. Check that, that's hit well into left, and it's gonna be down! Malcolm has won it! Noah Gagne with a walk-off single, and Malcolm are champs in back-to-back years.
What an amazing game. What an amazing game.
Wow.
Just like that with 2 outs. They found a way to do it.
Back-to-back Class C state champions in dramatic fashion. Down 2-0 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, and Malcolm comes back to win 3-2.
Unbelievable.
And heartbreak for the Knights.
The disappointment they're feeling right now for Mount Michael is extreme, but they should not hold their heads. They should hold their heads high. They should not put their heads down. What a great season. What a great turnaround. And up until the last out, they had it.
And a great gritty performance from Mount Michael today. Your heart goes out to those kids, right? They battled. They played really well, really good baseball all day. You get a good look at the walk-off winner on a pitch up in the zone.
And we have liftoff.
They're some of the biggest discoveries in science.
Trying to understand what dark matter is and what dark energy is.
And the biggest mysteries left to solve.
We have no clue about what this stuff is, but it is profoundly important.
Decoding the universe. Cosmos. On Nova.
Wednesday night at 8 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
We know that your car is not just a car, it's a trusted companion, a time capsule full of memories, adventures, and unbelievable stories. Letting go of a vehicle you love is difficult, but knowing it will support a cause you believe in makes it much easier. Donate your car, truck, motorhome, or even classic car to public television and support quality programming the entire community can enjoy. We'll even send a tow truck to pick it up at no cost to you. Call or donate online.
This season, satisfy your gardening curiosity with Backyard Farmer. Our Nebraska Extension specialists and professionals have the answers you're looking for. From beginners to green thumb veterans, learn the secrets to a bountiful harvest, safeguarding against insect pests and diseases, keeping your lawn pristine, and so much more. Backyard Farmer is your go-to guide for all things gardening. Saturday morning at 10 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Coverage of the NSAA Baseball Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, Nebraska Public Power District, and Teammates Mentoring Program. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Noah Gagne had not been at the plate all game long. He steps in, gets the hit, the game winner, and Malcolm gets 3 in the bottom of the 7th to win their second consecutive state championship, 3-2. Let's go to Heath Kramer. He's got awards and presentations.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Jennifer Schwartz and NSAA Board of Directors, Dr. Dana Weissman from Sutton and Dr. Nick Wemhoff from Fort Calhoun. Here are the awards for the 2024 Class C runner-up, Mount Michael Benedictine High School. Head coach Tom Swanson will have you and your assistants come forward to present the silver medals to each member of your team. Player, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 3, Nathan Bluvis. Number 2, Barrett Sikora. Number 3, Nathan Bluvis. Number 7, Ricky Kamichek. Number 22, Rocco Zimmerman. Number 17, Ashton Schroeder. Number 15, Aiden Earl. Number 13, Henry Stanek. Number 4, Thaden Weewill. Number 16, Jack Stanek. Number 20, Daniel Collins. Number 1, Zach Sal. Number 5, Preston Petrosky. Number 6, Kyle Oldehaft. Number 8, J.J. Stiles. Number 9, Jackson Teeter. Number 10, Noah Seward. Number 11, Dominic Beninato. Number 12, Matt Adam. Number 14, Harry Vondrak. Number 18, Alex Poole. Number 21, Andrew Gates. And number 24, Xavier Zimmerman. And now here is the 2024 NSAA Class C runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Mount Michael Benedictine High School. Now to the 2024 Class C champions. First, head coach Zach Weiner, we have a special award for you. Coach, would you and your assistants please come forward to present the gold medals to the members of your championship team? And players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Zero, Tristan Bailey. Number 4, Preston Kuchra. Number 10, Mason Zegar. Number 13, Caden Robotham. Number 17, Cole Tiedemann. Number 22, Nolan Duzick. Number 24, Gavin Little. Number 26, Miles McGill. Number 27, Christopher Burbach. Number 32, Eli Kincaid. Number 41, Austin Sykes. Number 2, Logan McGreer. Number 5, Mason Wisniewski. Number 7, Carson Frank. Number 25, Garrett England. Number 20, Justin Wisniewski. Number 8, Chase Smith. Number 3, Brixton Meyer. And the seniors, number 12, Owen Little. Number 44, Luke Schmidt. Number 11, Maddox Meyer. And number 15, Noah Ganya. Now for these outstanding athletes in their school, here's the 2024 NSAA Class C State Baseball Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Malcolm High School.
Back-to-back years, they are the champs, and for the second year in a row, won on the final play of the game. Amazing. Noah Gagne steps in, had not hit all game, getting in his position and lifts it into left center. Great sportsmanship here. And congratulations. We'll hear from the champs when we come back.
What if you had a medical emergency? Imagine your home engulfed in flames. Volunteer fire departments can't get enough members. Most of Nebraska is served by volunteer firefighters and emergency medical providers.
Every life matters. Everybody deserves to have a response when they need it.
Will they be able to answer the call when you need them the most? Working Fires, volunteer fire departments in crisis.
Thursday night at 9 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Something's in the air, I hold my breath.
What you're doing is incredible. I'm so proud of you.
With 1 foot off the edge, I take a step. The moment's come, now is the chance.
I believe this is going to be your journey.
We are co-authors with the world around us.
Looking for me?
We've been here, and without us, there is no United States.
It's all about storytelling. That's beautiful.
It's starting now.
Wild water and rock. Ireland is famous for its stunning scenery. One of its greatest natural treasures is a strange world of grey stone called the Burren. The Burren seems lifeless, but look a little closer. Some extraordinary survivors clung to life.
Wednesday night at 7 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Coverage of the NSAA Baseball Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, Nebraska Public Power District, and Teammates Mentoring Program. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. What a finish in Class C. The Malcolm Clippers come from behind. They were down 2-0 going into the bottom of the 7th. They score 3 with the walk-off. And Jeff Lisey is with the head coach, Zach Weiner.
Coach, what an outstanding baseball game. You guys are back-to-back winners. Talk what this means for this program. How do you guys got it done?
The boys have just been working their butts off lately. They've had success in Legion. When we started our own program in Malcolm a couple years ago, we had more success, in Class B than we thought we probably would, and then adding Class C in there. We knew if we kept working at things, doing some things on the off-season that we could be contenders.
You got to love it, right? Was there ever a doubt today with the team?
Not really. These guys, they're fighters, okay? 7th inning, 2 outs. We still got a hope in there, okay? These guys, never give up at all. They will go until the end of the game.
You gotta love it. Anyway, you guys are gonna celebrate here tonight?
I'm sure we'll be doing something when we get back to Malcolm.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Coach. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Maddox Meyer, right?
Yeah.
Game-winning performance, complete game on the mound. What does this moment mean to you and the boys?
It's amazing. We had it last year. Last year's game was a lot less stressful than this one, obviously, but we came together, we played as brothers, and we got it done.
And for you on the mound, pretty dominating performance. Anything you were trying to do out there on the mound today?
Start on top. It's always easier to pitch when you are up in the count, so get up 0-1, 1-1, then you can play with your stuff. You don't have to just throw fastballs. Try to get them in the zone then.
I love it. And then Noah Gagne with the big hit at the end, right? I mean, that's your guy. Talk about that moment.
It's amazing. He hadn't batted first 2 at-bats. We put him in. We had trust in him. And obviously he got it done. It's amazing to see another senior that cares as much about baseball as I do go and make that hit and obviously bring this championship home.
Love it. Congratulations. We're going to get Noah in here. Good work on the mound today. Fun moment for everybody, none bigger than for Noah Gagne. Get the game-winning hit. You're DH'd for today, but you come in the big moment, you deliver. Talk about the moment.
Well, I just want to thank my coaches for trusting me in that opportunity to give me a chance like that. And, I kind of just tried not to think much and just kind of saw the ball and hit it, Tried to clear my head as good as I could before my plate appearance. And
awesome, and you got the shower at the end. Talk about this moment with you and your teammates and what it means for the city of Malcolm.
Nothing better. such a small town. Everybody knows what's going on. I mean, I'm sure at least half the town's here to celebrate today or here to watch. And I'm just glad we could do that for them and make it 2 in a row.
2 in a row, back-to-back state titles. Being a senior, this is how you go out. Is there anything better than this? And talk about that moment.
No, not at all. And I mean, I'm not playing Legion either. So this is the end of my career, and there's just no better way to send it off than this.
Love it. Congratulations. Big moment for the Malcolm kids, the Malcolm team, back-to-back state titles. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Congratulations to the Malcolm Clippers. What a come-from-behind win. 3 in the bottom of the 7th to win it. Your heart breaks for Austin Schroeder in this Knights squad because, boy, he dealt for 6 2/3, had 3 pitches left, could have stayed out there, and did he pour his heart out there.
He left it all on the field. There's nothing to hang your head about there. I think, in all honesty, he gave Mount Michael more than they thought they were going to get from him, and he just kept competing and gave his team a chance.
And here is the 7th inning. This is what happened. The single back through the middle, scored 1. That made it 2-1 on that single by Luke Schmidt. This could have ended it. Pops out, and we are knotted at 2 apiece. You get a hit by pitch, and then here comes Noah Gagne with the game winner. 3rd run scores. Carson Frank crosses the plate. Gagne's the hero, and Malcolm has now won back-to-back state titles.
Unbelievable. In all honesty, one hard hit ball all day by Malcolm, and that was it right there at the end. Gagne coming in, like you just heard, he's a senior, last time playing, his last at-bat, state champion.
Well, I want to remind you, coming up today at 3:30 from right here at Warner Park, we've got the Class B State Championship, and then later tonight, 7 o'clock back here, it is Class A. Great opening game for the 2024 State Baseball Championships. Glad you could join us, and hope you can join us again this afternoon at 3:30 as we continue all of the action from here in Omaha. For Brian Dunsing, for Jeff Lizey and the entire sports production crew, I'm Larry Putney. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 3:30 for the Class B title game.